Okay. Good morning, everyone. It's Christian again, back with another episode of Losing My Mind, the podcast dedicated to all things brain cancer related. On today's episode, I want to talk about what it's like being in the middle of my 4 week break after my first round of chemo and radiation is completed, and what I'm going through, and um, what I'm surprised by, and what's gotten worse, and whatnot. But anyway, my first round of chemo radiation ended on October 1st, and then I started my what's being called my 4 week break. Um, but I'm not sure anymore if I'd classify it as a break. Um, I don't think I was adequately prepared for what this break would be like and what it would mean, and I guess you could chalk it up to being a little bit naive or ignorance on my part because I didn't do too much research into what to expect afterwards, and because frankly I didn't want to know. I just wanted to, I heard the word break and I thought, okay, I'm gonna get a break from radiation and chemo, which means I'm gonna get a break from some of the suffering that we all go through when you go through it. Um, One of the most annoying parts now that's really gotten worse for me, especially is when it comes to eating and loss of appetite and the taste and smells of everything. I was not prepared for the way things are now. Um, I had started losing my appetite, halfway through chemo, and that was to be expected. But um, I guess I didn't expect it to keep getting worse, even throughout my break. I thought it would get slightly better, but it hasn't. Um, Especially on the taste end of things. Almost every single food I enjoy or enjoyed is now utterly I can't touch the stuff. I can't go near it. Um, Everything tastes like metal or tastes absolutely awful to me. Um, all the meats that I love, you can forget about it. I'm not touching the stuff. Um, my wife made some sloppy joes last night, and which is normally like a comfort food. Um, and she walked by me with her bowl of sloppy joes, and I almost instantly became ill. It was just the thought of it, the smell of it, the look of it, um, just turned me off completely. And as I'm gearing up for my second round of chemo, I'm questioning myself. I'm asking myself, how bad is this going to get? Because for the last three or 4 weeks, I've been living off nothing but protein shakes and meal replacement shakes, yogurt, apples, and muscadine grapes. And other than that, nothing else is appealing to me. Going out to eat, you can forget about it. It's just a waste of time. It's a waste of money. I end up throwing away half of anything I try, more than half of anything I try to eat. Um, and therein lies another problem. Once you no longer once you can't eat and everything you do try to eat just tastes like crap. Um, there goes the joy of eating. And eating is also a stress relief, and it's if you don't enjoy eating anymore, uh, you get no comfort from it. Um, for me right now, there is no such thing as comfort food. Um, and like I said, I really wasn't prepared for this. As far as I wasn't mentally prepared for what this was going to be like. I mean, I'm not even classifying my break anymore as a break because I'm gearing up for my second round of chemo, which starts in about 2.5 weeks. And then what? I mean, I know that this is going to last through the entirety of my second round of chemo, and then only God knows how long afterwards, after it ends. Um, and yet, yes, I've done some research, and this is a common side effect of chemo. Most, if not all, people go through some form of this in one way or another. And I've tried every online remedy as far to help alleviate these symptoms, to help me out as best I can, and nothing seems to be working. Um, I have ordered some zero sugar ginger ale in hopes that that will uh, help a little bit, because I've had more than a few people tell me, try try ginger ale, and I was never a fan of ginger ale. I was never a fan of ginger ale before, but I'm gonna give it a shot now because um, I just want to enjoy eating again, and uh, and that's simply not happening. So for any of you out there that are listening or watching this program, and you've already gone through this and you've experienced this, if you have any suggestions or if you have any advice on how you handled it, if there anything you did that actually worked, please leave it in the comment section below and let me know what you did. My doctors and my cancer team, as good as they are, there was many things that they just did not prepare me for, and I think um, this is definitely one of them. I should have been, I don't know, I guess I should have been given some sort of book or idea, a pamphlet or something, on what to expect, going through chemo and even during your breaks and going forward, and what might work, or even if there's some. When I talk to my doctor next, I'm gonna ask if there's any medicine I can take. I mean, I'm so tired of taking medicine, but at this point, I'll add even more medicine to my regimen just to alleviate these symptoms, because it's just not the taste; it's the smells of everything that it just puts me off. It makes me sick, and just I'm losing my. I mean, um, I don't know what to do as far as to make this better, because it's not getting better, and um, I don't mean for this episode to sound so negative, but I don't know how to put this any other way other than this break is what I consider to be almost a joke. Um, and even aside from that, the feeling bad portion from the chemo is almost getting worse. Um, 4 days after my chemo radiation ended, I woke up one morning and I felt great, the best I had felt in a couple of months. And I actually went to the golf course and I got in 12 holes of disc golf, which is my favorite thing to do if you've ever watched the show. And I felt great, and it was a nice stress relief, and it was something I sorely needed. I went back the next day and played again. But since then, I've gone right back to periods of just feeling awful. Um, I can feel fine for about an hour, and then an hour later, I just feel totally like crap. And that gets exhausting, because you want to do things, you want to feel better, you want to feel more energy, and nothing I'm doing is helping that. And um, I really would like to have had a more positive outcome to my break, um, so that be a little more mentally prepared for this next round I'm about to go through, which I'm assuming my chemo is going to be double the dose of my first round, and so I'm assuming the symptoms I'm going through now is going to only get worse, or at least stay the same, for God knows how long. And from research I've done, this can last, for some people, it can last for days, some people weeks, some people months. I've even heard cases where this this taste thing can last for years. Oh my gosh, I couldn't imagine that. For people who have suffered that, I'm so sorry because I don't know how you do it because you know uh, eating and physical activity is supposed to be a almost a joyous thing for us to do. You're supposed to get comfort out of it, and right now there is no comfort to be had. Um, so anyway, I wish I had been a little bit more adequately prepared for what it was going to be like after the chemo. I kind of knew what to expect during the chemo, and it was all going as expected. But I thought during the break, I thought a couple weeks or a few weeks after the chemo ended, that I might start to get back to feeling a little bit more like myself. But that just isn't the case. Um, my wife and I went to we I think I told you guys the other day we went to Myrtle Beach for a day just to get out of this house and away from this environment for a day, just to give us a long needed break after 3 or 4 months of pure hell. And aside from the terrible weather we end up driving into, it was a total waste of really of time and money because we didn't get to enjoy anything because I had no energy to do anything. I didn't want to do anything. It was just like we just went and stayed in different places only to keep doing the same thing we're doing here day after day. So we tried to go out to eat, but that did not work. Um, so anyway, I really don't think I should keep going on this episode because it seems to be one of the darker one more of one of my episodes because I really have nothing uplifting to say or any advice to give. In fact, I'm seeking advice. Um, if any of you have gone through any of this, and I'm sure most of you had, I've read lots of comments on my support groups that I'm a part of where I've mentioned this, and I get a lot of "you're not alone." My dad went through this. I'm going through this. I went through this for months or weeks or months, and this is what I did, and I've tried everything so far, and nothing's working. So my next, like I said, my next remedy seeking will be asking my doctor for more medicine. Um, Chemo, man, is just it's not a joke. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's just the chemo or also I'm not sure what the radiation is doing. Although the pain in my head that I had from the radiation itself has moved from the temporal area where they were treating the tumor location. Now I don't even understand why it's all moved to the back right part of the crown of my head, and it's still sore as if I was still doing chemo, still doing radiation yesterday, which is baffling me. And once again, that's probably my fault. I didn't prepare myself for this. I didn't look up because I didn't want to know. I just wanted to go through it and deal with it as things as they come. But I'm definitely not going to do that for this second round of chemo. I'm gonna look it up and say, hey, what can I expect from this double dose of chemo I'm about to go through, and what changes can I expect? And anyway, sorry for the. Um, I'm not trying to give you a sad story today, but this is how I feel waking up this morning because, like I said, I have been living off yogurt and apples and um, so some soups for the past few weeks, and I'm sick of it. I would like a burger or a steak or a piece of chicken or just some fish or something to uh to give me something to look forward to and enjoy cooking and the smells of food again because I'm not there right now. But anyway, that was all I pretty much wanted to say on this episode. If, like I said, if any of you have advice and you've gone through this before and you found something that works, please leave it in the comment section below. And Until the next episode, I hope all of you are having a wonderful day. I'll talk to you then. Later. Sorry, I'm pushing the wrong keys. I'm a little out of it this morning.